I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. There is a candidate for president that has said something in a recent commercial, and I don't know if he's pandering or not, but I am not willing to take the risk. He will put Americans at risk. It's time for us to stand up and say, hell no. More of this in a minute. The Doctor of Disaster is a wholly owned subsidiary of Warnick and Associates Incorporated. Hello, everyone. I am the Doctor of Disaster, Dr. Mark Warnick. I am considered the subject matter expert in public safety and public health by not one, but two different universities. Now, before I start with this, I'd like for you to like, subscribe, and comment. Help me get the word out. Because sitting here with no one liking, commenting, sharing any of that, what that does, I reach fewer people. So, what's my issue today? My issue is Joe Biden. Let's hear what he said.
I will end the Muslim ban on day one.
Now, if we automatically allow people in from the countries that have been banned for travel, what we do is we open ourselves up for risk. We increase our risk substantially. The reason these countries were taken off the list is because they won't do proper background checks. When you reduce the risk, you reduce the potential for just about any kind of risk that we have. Let's consider this. When someone wants to buy a firearm in the United States, they go, they look at the firearms, and they decide they're going to purchase it. First thing that has to be done is a background check. In that background check, they check for any felonies, any domestic violence, anything that would say, no, they can't have one. Whether they're on the domestic terrorist list, whether they're on a foreign terrorist list, if they're an American citizen, if they have the right to own a gun, we do these background checks. The problem with countries on the ban list is that they won't do the background checks that the United States requires. Why does the United States require these? They require them so that they reduce their risk. Do you really want someone coming in here, sneaking in, who is radicalized or that has flat out said that they will kill people? I don't. I really don't. And if Joe Biden as president lifts the ban on these countries, he increases our risk. Let's listen to some of the other stuff he said.
I will end the Muslim ban on day one. Day one. Hadith from the Prophet Muhammad instructs, whomever among you sees a wrong, let him change it with his hand. If he is not able, then with his tongue. If he is not able, then with his heart.
Make no mistake, people. 2020 is our year. Let's dive into it with 2020 vision. We can see clearly that America is fighting for its very soul.
We all come from the same root here in terms of our fundamental basic beliefs. And I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity, for being engaged, for committing to action this November. It matters. Your voice is your vote. Your vote is your voice. Muslim Americans' voices matter. I'll be a president who seeks out and listens to and incorporates the ideas and concerns of Muslim Americans on everyday issues that matter most to our communities. That will include having Muslim American voices as part of my administration.
But getting out the vote, getting our families out to vote, getting our elderly out to vote, getting our masjids out to vote, getting our neighborhoods out to vote. So let's do our part
and join the largest Muslim voter mobilization in America,
the Million Muslim Votes campaign. Let's roll up our sleeves. Let's make our voices heard. Because we got the means, we got the numbers, and we got the power. From the streets to City Hall.
While I support the right of every American citizen to vote and to vote their conscience, I also took an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States when I joined the service. And that's from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Now, I go on to what he said about guns. He wants to take away our guns. Or at least some of them. So, whenever we take away firearms, you take away the public's ability to protect themselves. You also line up a political system which could lead to tyranny. I mean, we only have to look at Nazi Germany. We only have to look at communist Russia. It's not hard to see. So for me, and from a public safety standpoint, this is a very dangerous individual because they haven't thought it through. At the very least, they should talk to the experts. But they've already made the promise. Now, are they pandering? We don't know. But I can tell you, as an independent, I'm not Republican or Democrat. I vote for what best suits my interest for America. Not for me, for America. And here's my thing. As someone in public safety, I am not going to take any chances. There's too many radicalized people. We have too many mass shootings. We have, look at it this way. We've had several terrorist attacks that were mass shootings. So, this, to me, this is a no-go. It's a non-starter. So you'll have to make your decision, but just think of it this way. If he wants to take our way of protecting ourselves, and he wants to allow people to come in from other countries without being vetted, I've got a serious, serious problem with that. My job as a public safety professional is not to pander to people. My job is to literally keep people protected. And the reason I bring this up is that I believe people should know how much risk they might be put at. Anyway, I know I never hardly ever get into politics, but this was really bothering me. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment. And also, make sure you watch my series about the takeover of America because it is happening. And I believe I have enough evidence to prove it. Until next time, see you later. Thanks. Bye bye. Don't forget to get your copy of the Doctor of Disasters book, Emergency Incident Management Systems, at Amazon.com. This book is the go-to on managing disasters and on the Instant Command System. The Doctor of Disaster is a wholly owned subsidiary of Warnick & Associates Incorporated.